Morning, everyone. This is Andre and Jana from Admission and 15 Adventures. Our next port stop was in Shimonoseki, Japan. It's basically on the outskirts of the, I guess, west side of Japan. With our way to Korea when we went up for port stop. And this stop was basically easy. We had set up a private taxi to come pick us up at the port, which was arranged for me very kindly by my sister-in-law and my brother's friend in Japan, where we were able to communicate back and forth. And she was able to get in touch with the dispatch service and have them come pick us up. The only thing I missed was the thing they had our name plate tag, our name place card, and sadly, we were ready outside before he got there, and I already recognized the car of the number of the cab, so we just jumped in, and he asked me if that's who we are, and I said yes, and we jumped in because there was a huge lineup of people trying to get into taxis in that morning. So at that port stop, we only did one simple thing. We went to the
Akiyoshido Cave.
Akiyoshido Cave,
Hmm.
and that was really nice. It was a limestone cave. I'm sure people have seen Instagram photos of the front end where it's a beautiful crystal blue lake, and with the wooden pillars going into a cave. This one threw me off. I didn't expect it to be as long as it was, but it was also fascinating to go into the cave.
It's about a mile of pathways from
Oh,
front to end.
at least and uphill. Like so,
Yeah,
when if you go on a tour excursion, they drop you off on, I guess, the
the top.
top end, and you walk down, and there's a whole bunch of stairs, and and you end up walking out to the beautiful place that we started with our taxi driver. I guess for parking reasons, dropped us off on what I think should be the beginning because it was more like at the gate. It was a nicer gate to enter. They had a whole bunch of tourist areas. Also, a good place for the buses to
And they
when the
probably
tourists
have
are
it at the
done
end so people can shop when they're
and
done.
shop at there afterwards. So and get their ice cream and everything else that's available, and food and lunch, which is
And they're
right there.
limestones.
Yeah, and the limestones. And we weren't. We went again. We were there early in the morning. Um, First thing in the morning, and it was really neat. I mean, the video will explain it all. Hopefully, you'll hear the translation of some of the stuff going on. Um, yeah, I couldn't complain. The taxi was nice. They tried to see if we wanted to originally go to the Samurai Street and a fish market, but Princess changed their port. So we were originally supposed to be in like the downtown core where we could have walked around a bit, but they moved us to a farther out port, and I guess I don't know if the tides were anything to do with it because I have seen pictures of the Diamond Princess in dock at the downtown port, so I know the ship could dock anywhere. We also went through the Cameron Strait, I believe. I can't remember the significance of the strait. So basically, it's just a busy shipway where you go through. There was some interesting, sightseeing along from the side. I do have it on the video. The beautiful shrine that people I know from the ship went to, but you could have seen it right from the our window or our balcony. But overall, it was a very simpler day. It wasn't as much walking on that day. And then when we finished the cave, we just had the taxi driver drop us off at a grocery store, pick up some stuff, and I think I scared two ladies there because
Mm,
I'm 6'2". I think that these ladies must have been
barely 4 feet.
4 feet, if that. And the poor thing, and I was walking slowly behind them, and they one of them turned around, and she was probably looking into my belly button,
The way
and
she looked up was like slow motion.
slow motion, and this basically, I was really
All the way up.
oh my god, right? And it was really funny, and she was behind me, so she's laughing. I could hear her laughter, and we were trying to take a picture with them, well, with me standing by, but they disappeared as soon as I walked around them. But you know, I was told always people are going to look at you how tall you are, but there's so many tourists now in Japan.
In the
We blend
smaller
in.
communities, yes, not so much
Yeah,
in like Tokyo
well,
City.
yeah, in that community, definitely, they probably looked at me like, "Holy moly!" I felt like Andre the Giant. It's funny that nickname growing up all my
Yeah.
life, but Andre the Giant being 7 foot, whatever he was, and if you ever saw him in person, you'd be looking up like that. So that's what it made me giggle to myself. But I enjoyed the cave. I would. We did the private tour because it was cheaper. I think the taxi cost me $230 for us to go
We
round
had it
trip.
all day, yeah.
And well, it would have cost more if we stayed longer, but
Yeah.
we were paying, I think, $30 an hour, or somewhere in that range. And but on the cruise ship, you paying in U.S. dollars, so we ended up paying even less in Canadian. I think it was 220 or $218 Canadian for that day, and it would have been almost $300 American if we wanted to go that way. And then with that, I have to add another 30%. So if you're a Canadian or anywhere like from Australia and you didn't want to pay the U.S. funds on it, look into getting a private dispatch. It worked out for us, so it just saves you a little bit of money.
So for the caves, I hope the video does it justice. I was overwhelmed by how vast and how large they were. There were two pathways that people could take for an extra 300 yen. There was another pathway that would take people up a more challenging terrain and into tighter spaces, and have a closer look at some of the stone formations from the limestone and the water going through the caves, forming the stalactites and the stalagmites.
Yeah, challenge course.
Yeah. And just the one area, before we even got the names of the area, I'm like, oh, those remind me of rice fields, and I think that's what that area was called, was like the 1,000 rice fields or rice paddies or something like that. So there's names for all the little areas in the caverns, but I just thought it was kind of funny. The names that I was coming up with my head actually kind of closely matched the names that they actually had for these areas. And throughout the caverns, there's speakers. So there's like, I guess, 5 different languages. I think probably Korean, Standard Chinese, Japanese, English, and I can't remember what the other language was. But you push a button on these speakers, and it just explains the stone formation and the name of the area and and what the size is and that sort of thing. It's kind of neat.
Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for tuning in. Admissions and 15 Adventures. This is Andre and Jana. Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye. Well, good morning, everybody. We are entering Shimonoseki, I believe is pronounced. We are now in the Kanmom Strait. We'll be going underneath a couple of those bridges. In front of me on a ship here, which I have not toured yet, is the Sanctuary. It is a paid service, basically, usually just adults. This is obviously a major shipping port in one of the major shipping ports in Japan. We will be heading up somewhere in one of those mountain ranges today. Very grateful that I had someone in Japan who's a friend of my brother and my sister-in-law. We were able to contact her, and she got in contact with me and set up a sightseeing taxi at this port. And so we basically have a private excursion again. So I'm a little disappointed because Princess has 2 ports that they can stop in at this location. One is just beyond the bridge, maybe about 10 minutes from there. And that's basically in, I guess, a lot more touristy areas that could happen around here. But unfortunately, today, they are going to go around all that. And they are going to be That's I'm guessing it's a man-made port because it doesn't look natural with Google Map or anything. It's just a flat-out square with a bridge connected to it to accommodate bigger boats like this. But I have seen this boat in that port with many pictures and many other, I guess, YouTube videos. So I'm a little disappointed that we're not going to be within walking distance to all of the downtown stuff here. And so what they're saying is that they have a paid shuttle, which is $20. So I don't know, Princess, if you're not going to dock in one port, you should offer a free shuttle into town. Yes, and I know people say, "Oh, you're on vacation, you already paid." Well, a lot of people paid lots of money to be here. Some are on a tighter budget than others. If you normally dock here and, in the beginning of the cruise that you're saying you're going to dock here and then you change destinations, at least pony up and pay the buses. But because there's so many people, it would require maybe, other than people not doing excursions, 5 or 6 buses, and I guess they don't want to pay that cost. So they charge you $20. Just sort of heads up. So if you dock right by the bridges, you're a great location. You can get on the train. The trains will take you almost anywhere along the side here. It can get you up into the mountains for what we're doing, but I went with a private sightseeing taxi. So our taxi driver should be waiting for us by 9:30. Hopefully that's when we're allowed to get off. It seems a little behind schedule, even though we left early. I know this part here is going to be really slow, but it could be a lot shorter than I expected. So we'll turn this back on as soon as we get closer into more land stuff. So the Kanmom Strait. A beautiful sunrise this morning too. We are at the very top of the ship.
It was a win. I usually have them on
I'll go back to the room and record from there. And now the room view. Underneath this, one of these bridges, I'm presuming it's the bigger bridge, they have a tunnel down. You could walk from one end to the other side. I was going to do that. I don't know. We do have the time with the private taxi, but we'll see. It's been, a week now. We're still both bagged, time-wise, and never ending to do things, and go, and still waking up ridiculously early in the morning. Nice and calm. Sorry, I turned this on before I was ready. E.T. I'm curious what that means. They have the arrow and then they have a 3 and then they do the E. And the other end of the bridge is the T. Cliffside looks impressive too. You should have connection. I thought about going up, but now. I'm wondering if that's for the ships. Because there's no way it's for cars. I can't believe there's an underground tunnel. I don't know if it should be this bridge. I only thought they only had the one bridge. Oh, now it shows H. HT. High tides. Can't be high tides, the water level will be higher. Oh yeah, no, this is the one where the tunnel goes underground. Because there's a Ferris wheel, and the Ferris wheel should have been in that area where our original port stop should have been. And that tower, that tall tower, was one of the places I was going to go up once we were in port. That has now all changed. Huh, I wonder how you access that tunnel from here then. That could be what it means too. Tunnel underground there. Oh, it must be right here because that's the parking lot. I remember Googling it, so I don't know if you see the light blue and a little red tarp over there. So that's the access point for the tunnel. So there's a tunnel going right underneath us right about now. And then I also thought the port might be down by where the cranes are. So. Oh, it's easily walkable. Not now. What is that? Is that a shrine? Look cool, whatever. Maybe that's the tunnel access. Whatever, look, it looks really neat. Oh no, that's a shrine, I believe. So, I believe right in front of us, or soon to be, is the fish market that is apparently an extremely popular tourist destination. Fresh fish. The Ferris wheel. I can't remember the tower's name. Yes, I'm a little bitter that we're not stopping here because it would have made a lot easier access point. Look at the temple over there. You can see the temple in the background. Could be another shrine from the angle, I can't tell. But we'll get a good view of it in a second here. That's nice. See, those are things that I like to just walk up to. Just, you know, if I was able to walk and I'd be seeing that, I'd be like, oh, what's this? Like yesterday, we ran into so many places that are not, you know, it's like off the beaten path. Now, that's obviously not off the beaten path. It's quite obvious. It's in a major area. I'm wondering if there's another ship in dock for why we're not going here. Shimonoseki. I would have liked to ride the Ferris wheel. And they have an aquarium, and I think that the aquarium right in front of us was a glass. I wasn't going to go to the aquarium, although Jana looked at something. They showed some stuff on TV and really was impressed with what they have. And I believe that's the fish market right now, right in front of us there. That the white building. I can't picture that being the fish market. It's too nice. But that right in front of me, I can. It doesn't look to be another ship. But I would love to go in there. Who knows? We'll see what the time is like when we're finished our excursion. Maybe I will come down. I'll get the driver to bring us down here, and I could do that in the tower. So I only put the camera back on because as we pass, you can see the tall tower over there. I thought that was it with Shimonoseki, but nope. It was a lot bigger city right behind us here in front of us. So after today, we get to go to another country. We're going to South Korea for a port stop. There's non-stop daily ports. Did I not see that on Google Maps? Maybe I wasn't looking. It's a surprise I was not expecting to see how big this area is. This is the secondary cruise port that they built. We are not in the main terminal, passenger terminal. We have a taxi waiting here. I believe it's taxi 471 Caruso. He is be waiting for us at 9:30. He's a little bit, it's only 10 after 9, so we got in a little early. This is our ship. We get off. And because it's a situation of not being anywhere near downtown, you have to take a shuttle, $25 round trip. that will get you into the main downtown core, or you be like us and have taxis ready, or you jump on the excursion. I was hoping to show you more of the exit in the Shimoki, Shimonoseki. I can't even say it anymore. My tongue is all tied. So, all right. So this is basically it. Now we have to find out where our taxi is.
And we need our passport.
Driver showed up perfectly on time. Very nice. Thank you. Arigato. He got us a map already for where we're going to be going. So I'll just tape a little bit of it. I'd like to thank Now for setting this up for me. If you do watch my videos now, Jan and I are gratefully, very grateful for this up, for you to set this up for us. Well, I should have sat on your side. The other people were wondering how we got in a taxi so fast. We had a little welcome sign, welcome Andre, which was really funny. I love it. So we decided we're going to go the fastest way, and in Japan they have a lot of toll roads. You are responsible for paying the toll, so I told the driver that, you know, because he said no highway, I said no, go the fastest way, and I told him we understand we pay the tolls. So we're in the middle of nowhere, so this is not even a walking port. You will definitely need to have a pre-arrangement or jump on their shuttle. They had boatloads of taxis coming, so it wouldn't take that long. But these people who are not set up, you're looking at about $30 for half an hour with a taxi. So yes, we are paying about $60 an hour to have this gentleman take us to wherever we want. So we'll probably end up just doing the cave at the moment, but there are 2 caves close by, so I'm tempted to do, depending on our time, to do at least one more. So we'll see what time we get there. It's a little bit after 9 o'clock now, and then we will, if we get there before 10, we have plenty of time. The Google reviews usually say the caves are about a 40 to 50 minute time frame to explore, and so we'll see. The second cave is about 20-minute drive. They actually have 3 caves in that same area, and so again, I might just say let's do all 3. So he's expecting us to go to the cave, the walk-in tunnel, which I had originally planned, and the samurai town. And I had that originally planned because we were supposed to be in the other port. So, and to me, it was about getting back to the same location and making it as simple as possible to find something to do. But that kind of got changed. But anyhow, we'll enjoy the trip up, and I'll pay attention to how to drive on this side of the street, because in 4 days I will be doing my own driving. Taping a little bit, but I'm also really trying to focus on what he's doing. I mean, this part is easy, driving east, west, south, north. It's the merging and the turning that are that's a little weird. We saw this in Jamaica when we went years ago, and it really threw me off, but and the driving on the right hand side is different, but whatever. Just have to know that all my signals and wipers are on the opposite, so we'll be fine. Hopefully the brakes and the gas aren't opposite though. I never thought about looking at that part. take a look in a minute. When do we stop? So we're on a toll highway now. I don't need to worry about $1. That's all it is a $1 toll. But he was really happy when I said that we're paying the tolls. He had a big grin on his face. So like, I guess people don't want to pay it. And I'm like, trying to figure out, I don't understand what the 0M means, but 40 meters, 80 meters, so I guess if we kept going on this road, we'd be ending up back in Hiroshima. I had to do a few English, Japanese translation, because I don't know what kind of reception service we're gonna get down by the at the cave area. But when I look around, there's towers and electrical wires everywhere. So he's driving in the left lane. So I'm thinking, at home, the left lane is the fast lane. So I guess it's opposite also. Our driver seems very polite. If I'm pronouncing it wrong for the 19th millionth time, I am sorry. The entrance is 400 meters. I'm hoping they have tickets there. So our driver will pick us up on the opposite end. I was thinking of walking back, but we're in the middle of somewhere. We are at the mercy of the taxi driver. I don't know where the bus gets dropped off. But the way I looked at it on Google, they had a big parking lot in the entrance, so I don't know if he's familiar with it or not. But it's all good. All these little stones that I'm sure somebody in our family would like. Coca-Cola vending machine. Now that's... Is it strictly all Coke? Nope. It might be the Coke stuff. So I guess we might be a little early for all these shops to open, but I'm just curious where the bus goes. And hopefully we find the entrance. I just stopped to look at this statue. It's a cute little thing. Well, we're still looking for the cave entrance, even though we haven't been walking the whole way. We're looking at this door. Hopefully it was dropped off at the right area. The entrance was just like it's 400 meters from the drop-off point, which is the road right over here where the crowd is. Everything. I love all the ice cream options. I'm tempted. So I don't know. Oh, this is all snack food. Ay. Scary stuff. Well, if you want anything, we're here. Pardon?
It's too cold to try anything.
Too cold to try anything, okay. Look at it all. I just full, so I'm not gonna force myself to eat just because I'm here. As much as I'd like to goof around and eat, I just can't. Okay, so we are basically at the cave entrance. So we're at the end here. our taxi driver will meet us up on the top. We're going to walk through and go from there. We're going to buy a ticket. I believe it's $1 or $16 a person, or 1,600 yen. Footpath. Okay. Well, I don't plan to leave the footpath. So it's about a kilometer walk, they say, all together. I'm just already in a peaceful mood. About 10:30. The gentleman at the ticket booth spoke perfect English. Was curious where we came from and thanked us for coming this way. We are going into the cave. Sacrifice the goddess of mercy. We got the pay or sacrifice somebody. I don't know what it says. Adventure course. But we are not doing the adventure course. The adventure course, yes. And remember I joking with you, it's not available. No, it's not available now. No, you have to pay for it. So you pay for it, and no offense, I don't want to crawl through anything. No, but the adventure course requires you to crawl through tight spaces. I asked you earlier if you wanted to, and you said nope. No interest in climbing on our knees through a cave. It reminds me of we're in the Pirates of the Caribbean. The real version, without pirates. Something is 300 yen here. I don't know. The adventure course entrance. So I'm taking that the entrance is here, but the way I read it online is that you're required to put on like a yellow jumpsuit and hard hat because you are going through some tight spaces. Please put your finger close to the sensor for the voice guide. You want to listen to the voice guide?
Okay.
Well, too late now.
Okay. I just want to enjoy this.
Take your time. I hope this turns out good on the camera. This camera does pick up really good at night or low light. I could switch over to low light, but I'm not going to. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed this turns out well. I do think there's enough lighting to pick up what I want. So they have to... Well, I have a feeling we might go to the other cave. And no promises. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is neat. This is cool. I don't know how I heard of this. Maybe just simple Google. Beautiful.
Yakumaizara, 100 dishes. Please look at the wonderful sight in front of you. We call this place Yakumaizara, or 100 dishes, as it looks like a set of mini dishes. The larger dishes range from 3 to 4 meters across, and the smaller ones are only 10 centimeters in diameter. This place is named 100 dishes, but actually there are about 500 in total. Let me explain how these dishes have been formed. Can you see some water running down from a little hill above the dishes? This water contains a lime substance which formed Akiyoshido Plateau and has stuck to the bumpy edges of the rocks, making them look like dishes. The temperature of the groundwater is about 15 degrees Celsius, and the temperature in the cave stays around 17 degrees Celsius throughout the year. You feel cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Please proceed to the next site.
Now, I started it. I thought this was going to be a short. Holy moly. This is a cool experience. I will pause here and get the English version.
あの位置から現在の位置になったものでございます。それでは次の目 Hironiwa Big Garden. This place is called Hironiwa or Big Garden. It is the second largest area in the cave. The rise of rocks in front of you is called Donai Fuji or Mount Fuji in the cave because it looks like Mount Fuji hiding its summit in the clouds. How has Donai Fuji been formed? First, the water, which contains a lime substance dripping from the ceiling, has covered the rocks and stones that have fallen down from the ceiling, creating flowstones. From here, the skirts of Donai Fuji were formed. Next, on the top of the skirts, rocks called sekijun, or stone bamboo shoot, have formed, reaching as high as the ceiling. It is around Donai Fuji where you can find the largest variety of cave formations, including pumpkin rock and crepe rock. Now, please look at the wall beyond the river. Can you see two horizontal black lines on the right side of the wall? Those two lines are traces of the riverbed from tens of thousands of years ago. Water has swept away the deposits and lowered the riverbed over time to what we see now. Please proceed to the next site.
That's cool. There's so much to see. Big mushroom. Straw wrap. Shit. Sorry, there was a misleading step. Pear-shaped persimmon. You can see, I don't know, you can see the water dripping down in the light. I'm hoping the camera can pick that up. I think it does. See the water rushing through. %, satisfied. We're not even completed it. Great rock.
This place is called Shimachida, or 1,000 rice fields, because it reminds us of the site of a widespread rice field. In the same fashion of Hyakumaizara, it is said that this place has been formed by limestone deposits that have collected on the edge of the place. Small shrimp called Shikoku yokueni inhabit this area. They are only about 1 centimeter long, white and transparent, and they are blind because their eyes have retrograded due to the darkness in the cave. There is a museum on the Akiyoshido Plateau which exhibits samples of these shrimps and other creatures living in the cave. So, if you have time, please visit there as well. Please proceed to the next site.
The only thing is it's not accessible. Accessibility friendly. There's no way you could come here if you have walking issue. Too many uneven spots, hard to see. As hard as they try to make it like nice, but no. Not difficult by all means. I mean, we haven't hit the upper deck yet, but there's no running through here, just taking it all in. The king pillar holding everything up.
これら石筍やつらら石の成長は極めて遅く。Please look at the ceiling in front. This place is called Kasa Zukushi, or a lot of umbrellas, as they look like various size of umbrellas hanging from the ceiling. These stones are called stalactite, or icicle stone. Water has dripped down from the cracks of the ceiling, and a lime substance in the water has hardened little by little, forming these icicle shapes. The lime deposits dripping off of the stalactites have also created another unique formation known as sekiju, or stone bamboo shoot, as they look like
The footprint? Must be a caveman footprint.
out from the ground.
I didn't know they wore shoes back in the day.
And stalactite have grown very, very slowly. According to the research conducted
The Japanese were ahead of their time, honey.
it takes about 500 years for sekijun to grow 2 centimeters. However, stalactites grow much faster than sekijun, as it only takes about 250 years for stalactites to grow the same way. Now, please turn around and look at the pillar behind you.
King pillar.
This is comprised of a double formation of both stalactites from above and sekijun from below. it is named Daikoku Hashira
Look at them all.
because it looks like the pillar is supporting the ceiling. It is said that it must have taken a very long time to form such a big pillar. Please proceed to the next
I like how they said that. Taking a very long. I was waiting for them to say.
250 years for that much.
No, but I was hoping they go 100 million years.
Well, if you added that.
No, I know, but it made me laugh when she said it was taking a very long time. It was cute. I'm not. Yeah, you gotta watch your head here as everything's low. Dry fall. The pictures are going to look great too on your phone. We've got a long way up. The cruise ship people got the easy way. They get to go down and not up. I'll turn this off for a minute. You have a bench. What a view. Gianna. What a view.
Senjō-jiki, 1,000 tatamis. We have walked for about 700 meters from the entrance, still having about 300 meters to the Urutani exit. Please look down the lower part. This place is the largest area in the cave. It is called Senjō-jiki, or 1,000 tatami mats. It is 80 meters in width, 35 meters high to the ceiling, and you can see about 200 meters forward. At this area, the ceiling is made of stalactites that have a thickness of 100 meters, and on its surface of the ground, there is the Akiyoshido National Park. You can see many sizes of stalactite stones around here. Most of them have collapsed from the ceiling by crust movement, which happened tens of thousands of years ago, or by groundwater effect. Please proceed to the next site.
So our next.
そろそろね、先輩、そろそろコーチ先輩が水飲む。
Oh, the elevator entered. So that's about it. If you want to run back down the other way, I could go in a taxi and tell them to pick us up at the entrance. Danger, do not touch. I don't plan on it. Tell you, the cruise ship people had it easy, hun. Let's listen to what it has to say.
Kogane Bashira, Golden Pillar. Please look at the pillar in front. This is the highlight of Akiyoshido, which is named Kogane Bashira, or Golden Pillar. It is 15 meters high and 4 meters in diameter, making it one of the biggest limestone pillars in Japan. Stalactite like this pillar is called flowstone, or nagareishi, because it looks like the water flowing over the rock surface. In earlier times, the groundwater came from a crack in the ceiling and flowed along the rock wall. A lime substance in the water has stuck on a rock surface and has become crystallized as time goes by, thus forming flowstones like this pillar. The groundwater in this area no longer flows, so the pillar has stopped growing. Now, please look at the rock wall on the right. This black wall is called Koya no Aitsubo, or indigo dyer's jar. Actually, this black substance is droppings of bats. It is named after indigo dyer because once this dropping sticks to the clothing, it is hard to come off, just like indigo dye. A lot of bats had lived here because it was a perfect home for them until we installed the first electric lights in 1925. Even now, 6 kinds of bats, about a few thousand, still live in this cave.
Wow.
Please proceed to the next site.
Wow. This whole time.
Before?
That's awesome.
Medicine.
Yes, I know. We did watch Jim Carrey's Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls. This has been a fascinating experience again. Not as emotional as yesterday's atomic bomb drop zone. But they should have made the cruise people walk up the hill.
That'll be nice.
The gentleman chuckled. I'm a little jealous that they got to go down and not up. But truly, okay. I believe that's the exit. I had a good time. What do you think? You like it? Now the question is, do you want to go to the other one? I don't know how they do it. They have all these little steps, and then the very last step, boom, double the length. Be careful, folks. Not over yet.
Those who are taking the up course, please look forward. And those who are taking the down course, please look back at the king of this cave, Gankutsuo. Above the Gankutsuo, you can see a few stalactites coming from the ceiling. The lime substance in the groundwater that has dripped from the tips of those stalactites has hardened the rock over time. Then the rock has risen to this size, which is currently 8 meters high and 3 meters in diameter. In this Akiyoshido Cave, as Sekijun, bamboo shoot stone takes more than 500 years to grow 2 centimeters. It is estimated that it took over 100,000 years for Gankutsuo to become the size we see now. Please proceed to the next site.
Awesome.
从这边看，它像是一个僧人在手这样子，手向前撑着祈祷。So from this side, you
So
can
we've been here an hour. Some tour group just got here. Be careful, there's a lot of uneven steps. It's a lot bigger than I expected. I thought it was over. Not even close. Wow. You gotta look up. Oh, wow. Could you wait till I get closer?
Please look up at the rock wall. Groundwater containing a lime substance has run down the wall and changed shapes and colors of stalactite formations at every spot, and sometimes it forms humorous figures. We can say that groundwater is a great artist and a director as well. Then this area is named Furage no Takinobori, or jellyfish climbing up the waterfall, because it looks like jellyfish
Yeah, okay, I see
competing
it.
with others in climbing the waterfall. Now, please look at the right side. This is the biggest pit in the Kurotani Shido branch in the cave that is named Ryu no Nukeana, or Dragon's Secret Passage. It is about 5 meters in diameter and 60 meters high, and it is supposed to lead to the domain of the Akiyoshido Plateau. When it rains hard, splashes of water give us an image of a grand waterfall, where a dragon seems to be flying and dancing in it. It is told that a long, long time ago, a dragon used to live and play around in the beautiful hole, the highest peak of the Akiyoshido Plateau. Please proceed to the next site.
Oh, this has been fascinating. I noticed that we have all the time. We hit all the buttons and play all the English stuff. And I'm noticing the tour guides are just walking the people through. And the part of the reason I always try to do my own thing is because I like to have my time instead of being run through. If I want to run through, I run through. If I want to take my time, I take my time. And this is really cool. I'm sure my driver's ready waiting. He's getting paid regardless, so I'm sure he doesn't care. What are you trying to do here?
I want to make sure that your corpse.
Watch your head. Oh yeah, well, I see that. We've been going for 5 miles already. I just do this to mess with people. Okay, we'll turn this off going up the stairs. I guess they have to put those up just in case of fallen stones. So wet. Impressive. But I can't explain how cool this all looks. Trying to record and wow, awesome.
마치 5월달인지 물방울이 주름이 가지고 암벽이 아름답고 천정이 높은 것으로 인해 이곳을 5월 여전이라고 부르.
Samidare Goten, the castle of early summer rain. Please look at the ceiling and the rock wall beyond the handrail. As water has dropped non-stop throughout the year, like Samidare, early summer rain, and also the rock wall is beautiful and the ceiling is high. This place is called Samidare Goten, or the Castle of Early Summer Rain. This place is big. It is 10 meters in depth and 40 meters in height to the ceiling. The limestone rocks around here have many cracks, and those cracks and other caves have formed complicated landscape. Also,
Rain palace.
groundwater has flown for a long time along these cracks and has dropped from the ceiling non-stop throughout the year. Explorers call this area the maze because there are numerous caves extending to every direction like a mole's home above the ceiling, behind the wall, and under the place where you are standing. Those who are taking the up course, please watch your head and step, because the ceiling becomes lower. Please proceed to the next site.
There is about 5.5 kilometers of watch your head. This is really low. The goddess of mercy.
Because people are so stupid.
What a shot. The lights in the way. That's a picture you should get.
What do you mean?
Snapped a couple pictures, keep on going. It seems to be going and going. I mean, looking above, it's just the whole thing is so cool. I have a feeling that is it, but I could be wrong.
Kurotani Guchi, Kurotani entrance or exit. Thank you very much for visiting Akiyoshido Cave today. This is the starting place as well as the end point of the Kurotani Shido branch in Akiyoshido Cave. Please look up to the rock wall on the left. You can see stalactite stones like icicles hanging from the ceiling. We call them Shimonoseki or Tsurada-ishi, and also call different stones coming from the ground like bamboo shoot, sekijun, or stone bamboo shoot. As those Shimonoseki and sekijun have grown coarse.
I highly recommend doing the tour in reverse, unless you're a fitness fanatic. Whew. That was crazy, but manageable. As you could go, and there's stairs right up here. Our driver sees us, so he's flying around. And you could go around, you could go up the mountainside.
I take a picture of the bamboo.
What do you want to do?
Take a picture of the bamboo because it's bamboo forest everywhere.
Okay, just
One picture.
go ahead.
And then we'll hop in the car. And then we'll go there.
So this is the downward tour starts here. I guess you could buy your ticket. We got let off on the other side and we walked up the mountain. She's taking pictures of the bamboo. Shimonoseki port, and we are on our way to Busan, South Korea. So that's it for tonight. I'm not going to tape anymore. I decided it was a beautiful night, a beautiful sunset going on the other side, but I just wanted to come and look at the mountain.